Well, first interview of the year, and it is none other than the man who has not been in the ring for nearly a year. Josh Taylor, look at you, lean, mean, moved to Liverpool. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, Gareth. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm nice and settled in here in Liverpool now. Yeah, I've got my own little place, own little flat and things. So, yeah, I'm nice and settled in, and training's going well. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. How's
And it's
yourself?
with Joe McNally now, isn't it? How is that working out?
Yeah, it's great. We've hit the ground running. We've sort of been uh, sort of talking to each other and sort of working each other for around about sort of on and off about 4 or 5 months now. But I've been down here solid for about 3 or 4 months already. So yeah, it's going well. We're really flying and really gelling really well. I feel like I've known him for years. So yeah, it's really good guy and really good coach. So yeah, I'm feeling like I'm getting back to my normal self.
And what are the obviously you're a very experienced campaigner now. You're right there at the top of world level, elite level. Um, are there things that he's added to you? Is a change as good as a rest? Are there things that he's pointed out to you about you that you've already taken on board in those months?
Yeah, of course. You're always learning new things in boxing. That's one thing you never stop doing in boxing is learning. You can always add more to your game, which is great. Ben added some stuff to my game as well, and now Joe's adding some stuff to my game, and it's all mixing in well to my style and to my development and as an athlete. Moving forward and growing. So yeah, it's definitely saw things that I can do better and work on and things, and yeah, it's good. It's going really well.
You mentioned doing better. We don't know the date yet. We don't know the venue yet, but we know that you are going to be facing a sequel with Jack Catterall, now a sworn enemy, you and he. There's obviously what happened last February caused tremors in the sport at the time. You've got your views on it. He had his views on it. I've read you've given some interviews, even in the last few days, saying you felt it was complacency that was in you last time out, and you want to put it right when you do meet again in the ring.
Yeah, that's correct. I was riding on a huge wave, crest of a wave, Gareth. I've had an unbelievable career in the space of like 3 4 years. Just shot up from, you know, fighting for a Commonwealth title in like my next seventh fight, and then right up to WBC, and then straight into world level against Victor Postel in my 13th fight, and then straight into world titles on my 15th fight, becoming world champion, and then unifying division, 16 fights, and then on to becoming undisputed world champion. I was hitting a real high, and I was on a great roll, and then COVID hit, and then obviously haven't boxed properly boxed 3 times in 3 years, which is a real shame and really frustration. Has been kicking in, but after I'd been to Vegas, and I had my sights set on, because I'm an ambition guy. I'm an ambitious athlete, so I want to keep climbing in the sport, to keep the hunger, to keep determination. I want to keep achieving more. So I set my sights and set new goals on becoming a two-weight world champion, moving up to welterweight and trying to challenge for a world title up there against some of the biggest names in the sport. And that's why I'm in the game, is to test myself against the best. So I set my sights, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I had made the deal with Catterall that if I win the fight, he gets first dibs. So I stuck to my word on that, but I kind of lost sight of what the goal was right in front of me. The target and the aim, it was right in front of me. I was kind of looking far ahead, a little bit with one eye on the next objective, to steady focus on the objective that was right in front of me. And it was just a little bit of complacency that crept in. And I've tried for years to learn of fighters that have made that same mistake in the past. I said, I'm not do that. I'm not let complacency creep in, but it is quite hard sometimes. Sometimes it does happen. You're only human. It did happen. I remember saying to Ben about 4 or 5 times in the camp, I was going, listen, I can't get motivated for this fight. I can't, but it's not giving me the fear factor. It's not giving me the fire in my belly for some reason. It just wasn't there. So therefore, I was like, cheating a little bit in camp, you know, eating a little bit of shit and food, and I came in really fat and heavy and soft and unconditioned. You seen the state of me when you came to the gym. I had a
Yeah.
belly on me and stuff. Never something I've never done in my life before. I've always been a gym rat, you know, and yeah, just a little bit of complacency crept in, and but I learned the lesson, you know, and it all proved in the performance that I put on was terrible, and you know I've learned the lesson, you know, but I've luckily and unfortunately enough, I came away with still the victory and still the belts and my record on the line, so I'm still a world champion, and my body going to prove it right, like what a lot of other fighters have done in the past, you know, like Froch against Groves. Froch beat Groves first fight. He didn't have to go and revisit again, but he did. Showed real champions mentality, and that's what I'm doing.
There was huge fallout from it, of course. You know, it divided the boxing world, and there were accusations that was it fixed, this, that, and the other. The fallout for you, there was a lot of hatred on you. It affected you very strongly. You and I have spoken about this because it didn't just reach you as a sportsman. It reached you and your partner. There was just the kind of evil, the dark side of social media, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that impinges on people's lives way beyond what is a sporting event at the end of the day.
It's a sport at the end of the day, and it was kind of like it was mad, you know. Like it doesn't really affect me what people say about the fight. You know, people's opinions of the fight is people's opinions of the fight. It is what it is. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Jack won the fight. Okay, great. You think I won the fight? Okay, great. You think it could have ended the way? Right, care. That is your opinion of the fight. So, and you're entitled to it. But when people start barraging my family, like with just bombarding my wife, especially, and my little sister, even my mother at times was getting it, but it was mostly my wife and my little sister getting barrages and messages and threats of violence at the places of work. People were showing up at the places of work and threats of violence on them and things like that. You know, that's different. You know, that's just it's just I don't know I don't know why somebody would come in to do that. You know, it's a bloody sport at the end of the day. But and somebody wouldn't say that to my face about my family, because they would get their teeth knocked out if somebody did that and said that about my family.
That doesn't surprise me, you saying that, knowing how passionate you are about your own pride in things. Now, you've
It's
been.
not even about pride. It's a sport at the end of the day, and you don't
Yeah.
go attack someone's family
Yeah.
because of a sport, because you don't like the way a result was the outcome of the result. You know, you just because you don't like the outcome of the result, you don't go and then attack someone's family.
Yeah, well, obviously, and again, you didn't do the judging at the
Yeah.
end of the day. So that's what I think people really need to understand, is that, you know, if you'd been judged a loss, you'd have taken the loss, but you were judged a win, so you took the win, and that's what you do. You didn't affect the scoring at all. You just did what you do.
Yeah, exactly. That is what it is. You know, it's people say, "How can you say you won the fight?" Like I felt like I won. I did just enough to win the fight. You know, I felt like I was waiting on the decision to get um, announced. I was kind of thinking this could be a draw here. I think this is going to be called a draw. That was what I was genuinely thinking. But my arm got raised, and I was like, "All right, happy days, nice one, let's go."
You and he have been face to face this week, you and Jack Catterall. I understand there's no love lost. In fact, it's kind of daggers at dawn, if I can put it that way. Not genuinely daggers at dawn, but this is going to be one of the big, vicious grudge fights when you two step in the ring together.
Yeah, it's business. It's mostly business for me, but it's a little bit personal too, just with all the stuff that's been happening to my family and things like that. You know, that's given me motivation and drive to really put on a dominant performance. The things that I think people have said to me and family and stuff, that's just given me. It's just gearing towards him, and I'm pointing it towards Jack's direction, and he's going to be on the receiving end of a sore beating, and I can't wait to get in there and really punish him this time.
I'm hearing that there was a little bit of hatred behind the scenes.
I wouldn't say hatred. I would just
No,
say
it's not hatred. Okay.
hatred. I don't hate anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. But you've got the bit between your teeth for this one though. That That idea of complacency is now ridiculous for you, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I learned my lesson that last time around, and I won't be making the same mistake twice. But I'm certainly focused for this one, and razor focused in on this event. I can't wait to get in there and really do a real good performance this time.
Will you box differently?
Well,
I
that
mean,
remains.
technically so.
I'll definitely be doing things differently. I definitely do things a hell of a lot better, because I was really poor that fight, and it's clear for everyone to see, how poor I was. Um, Jack seems to think that it was just him that made me crap, but there was a lot of other factors in that fight as to why the performance was crap. So this time around, I'm focused on my weight's good. I'm nice and trim and in shape this time. Plenty of time out. So yeah, I have got no reason as to why I can't perform at the best of my ability this time. And if he wins, I'll be the first man to shake his hand.
Do you feel like you've sacrificed by letting some of the belts go as well?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, yeah, kind of. It is a little bit of a pain in the backside, but I could have had a big fight with, but what's his name, Zapida.
Yeah,
I could have
Jose
a big fight.
Cepeda, yeah.
I could have went Teofimo Lopez route. I could have been in some big other fights. I didn't have to do this fight, Gareth. I could have went on and moved on with my career. Although I've been a very bad and poor decision, I still got the result. I could have moved on and said, "See you later. I'm on to the next one." But no, I'm going to put this little cloud that's over that last fight to doubt. I'm going to clear the sky.
Will you stay at 140 after this?
I'm not sure, it remains to be seen. We'll see how it goes. I'm not thinking of anything else other than this fight, and I know I'm confident I can make the weight properly and well this time.
And what's your, do you feel to fully satisfy yourself, you want a stoppage in this fight? Or is it just a win that you want?
The win for me, Gareth, just the win, a good dominant performance, doing what I can, knowing what I can do and do it well. With the energy levels there, full of energy, full of beans. So yeah, I can't wait to get in. There'll be like if I get beat this time, there'll be no excuses. I'll go and shake the man's hand, but I know for a fact there won't be me going having to shake his hand because I know I'm going to win.
As I say, we can't say the exact date yet it's going to happen, but it'll be a year since you've been in the ring, pretty much, because it's not going to be before February the 4th, obviously.
Yeah.
26th of February it was, sorry. What's changed for you? How have you changed in the last year? And it's a long time out of the ring, but a lot of things have happened. How have you changed, and what's changed in your world in the last year?
Well, not much really, Gareth. Obviously, I got married in June, so I took a little bit of time off of getting married. Then I was going to go away on the honeymoon, but the WBC sprung their thing on me, and I was going to go and fight Zapida, and it all got changed about, and so I let go of that one. And then I got back into camp, and then I changed trainers with Joe, so I had a little bit of time I wanted a little bit more time to get to know him and to gel with him, to have a little bit of time to work with him. So that's what we've done, really. But apart from that, not much has changed.
But in terms of the incidents that happen in our lives that make us grow up or change us, or that we learn from or we get burnt from, it's been a big year in that way, maybe emotionally for you, in terms of, like you say, this is business now. I've known you a long time now, it feels like, and it seems like you've tightened up your braces in the last year,
In what way?
just in the way that your outlook is on how things can go wrong, and it's out of your control sometimes,
I've not
you
changed anything.
navigate through it.
Yeah, no, I've not changed anything really. I'm
Okay.
still the same guy, I said all the stuff from the last fight just gave me determination and grit. So that's all really I can say. But I've not changed anything about my life. I've not done anything else different than what I usually do. I'm still the same guy, still all the same things. So yeah, it's no, nothing's really changed at all.
What I'm trying to get at is, I think something in you has toughened up even more, you know?
Yeah, well, I've just
Just
got
that.
I've just got the fire and determination back in my belly that I never that sort of went out a little bit after the fight in Vegas.
Yeah.
If I had if I had made moving up into welterweight and focusing on other big goals, that'd still be there, and the excitement and the determination. But because it was something that I wasn't really bothered about doing and never really motivated me, I kind of lost the fire in my belly. But now it's reignited, that's for sure.
Outside you, are there any things you'd like to see in boxing in 2023?
Ah, no, really, no. I couldn't think anything. No.
Are there fights you'd like to see?
I'd like to see the Spence Crawford fight.
Yeah.
Obviously been talked about for a long time. So yeah, I would like to see that one. That would be a good fight.
And the undisputed heavyweight fight, given that you've done a bit of body sparring with the big Gypsy King.
Yeah, that would be a good one to go on as well. That would be quite a big fight. That would be an interesting fight as well. But I think I think the big man Fury is just a little bit too big for him. But I think Usyk has the style and the boxing brain and the movement and the agility to give Tyson huge problems as well. But I just think it's that old saying, as Tyson says as well, a good big one always beats a good little one. But that's what makes it interesting, because the two of them are so good. But me personally, I just think that Tyson's maybe just a little bit too big for him.
Do you think finally that we'll see you in more than one fight this year? Are you looking to have
Yeah,
three?
definitely. That's the plan. That's the plan this year. I want to get out 2 or 3 times this year. At least twice anyway. But I want to aim for maybe 3 fights. Possibly 4, given no injuries. I would get through my fights without any cuts and things like that. So yeah, I want to get out more active. The last 3 years has been very frustrating. So yeah, I want to get out more active now. I'm in my prime years now, so I want to get out and make the most of it.
Nice words, wise words. Great to speak to you, Josh. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers, Gareth. Thank you very much.